Welcome to the Soulful Badass Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Jackson, an intuitive success coach from the UK, and I'm here to help entrepreneurs, leaders, and soul-aligned goddesses to create epic levels of success and impact in your life and your business. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you are tuning in every week for mindset talk, manifestation, magic, and incredible interviews with other soul-aligned entrepreneurs. So hit the subscribe button, and I'd love to invite you to come and join the Soulful Badass community. All the links are in the show notes. Please go and click them, and I'll see you in there. Hi there. Welcome to today's podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about something so important: how we overcomplicate things so much. I've just been doing a call with my Miraculous Success Academy girls, and oh my God, don't we love to overcomplicate things? The biggest thing that we get from our intuition in our business is we get a download, or we get information, or we get some creative idea. And we often love to analyze it, wonder how it's going to work, wonder how it's going to make us money, think about it logically, suck the life out of the idea, and we stop ourselves from actually doing the thing. So one of the examples was, sometimes we get the inspired action to do a video, or to write a post, or to just take a break. And what our logical mind does is it goes, well, in business, how are you going to make money doing that? How are you going to be able to do that? How is that going to be sustainable to your business? What, you want to take a day off? Are you crazy? Yes, because my intuition and my inspired action has told me so. So what we tend to do is we tend to put all of these problems in place because we have a business. Suddenly every single action needs to be about making money. And what that does is it makes you run your business from a state of lack. It makes you run your business from every action needs to make money. My social media posts need to make money. My videos need to make me money. This needs to bring in new clients. This needs to bring in new clients. I have to be doing productive work all of the time. If you're in that state of mind, what you have is a job. You do not have a heart-centered business. You are running a job. And what happens when you tune into your intuition? It might give you an inspired action that you don't fully understand how to connect the dots. You don't fully understand how that is going to link. But suddenly, you don't need to understand. You just need to do the action and sort your mind out, because what the action could be doing is giving you a belief that is being uncovered in you. So let me explain. One of my clients was talking about, she's just got this call to write at the moment. She just wants to write, be in the garden and write. Now, what her mindset was telling her was, how is writing going to make you money? How is this going to happen? So instead of doing the thing that she really wants to do, she's been focusing on the other thing of how to make the money. Whereas actually what she needs to focus on is changing the belief around writing isn't going to make you money. So when you have this inspired action, you do the action, and any chatter that comes up, any belief that's uncovered from you taking that action allows you to unpick that belief rather than change the direction that your soul is calling you to. So for me, this happened quite a few years ago where I just really wanted to be paid to speak. I didn't want to be doing these flashy Instagram posts. I didn't want to be spending all my time wasting time on branding and how does this look? How does that look? And I've got 1,000,001 things to say, and yet every post has to be so perfect. It used to drive me insane. I had someone amazing that did that for me, but I still had to think of the one thing that I would put in there that was going to, create this amazing post to go on Instagram and make it look perfect. Whereas all I wanted to do was be paid to speak. That was all I wanted to do. I want to be paid to speak, whether that's teaching, whether that's inspiring. I want to be paid to speak. That is my way of communicating. That is the way I get my energy out. That is everything that just makes my heart sing. So instead of shying away from that and thinking, no, you're in business, you've got to have consistent posts, you've got to have your Instagram look like a certain way, everything's got to be perfect, everything's got to be branded, everything's got to be absolutely amazing. Instead of focusing on all of that was sucking my energy, what I decided to focus on was the belief that I get paid to speak. So I just started saying I get paid to speak over and over again. And any chatter that come up that told me that I was insane, that told me that I didn't, who am I to just get paid to speak? That's not a job. All of those things. That was what I cleared out. That was the energy that I shifted. I didn't stop holding back from speaking out loud, doing the videos, doing business the way I wanted to do business, teaching the way I wanted to teach. What I decided to do was change my mindset around that's how I get paid. And do you know the number one way that someone comes to work with me? Through my videos. Through seeing my videos and going, wow, you were just speaking directly to me. Like that message was for me. I had to know more. And that's because I believe I get paid to speak. And I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what gives me energy. I'm doing what sparks inside of me. So are you aligning your business with what your inspired action is telling you to do? Because if you are running your business from a need to make money, this has to make money, this is the way that I am going to bring in clients, what you are doing is you are drawing in clients from a place of need. You are not attracting them. You're not pulling them into your energy. What you are doing is saying, I need to do an action to get a result. So the only way I'm going to make money is by this action, but this action has to fit with my logical mind. Your intuitive mind, your intuitive power knows how to run your most successful business. Your intuition is connected to the divine matrix that has every possibility going. Your intuition, your heart, your soul has the map that is connected to the divine, to limitless possibilities. And yet you are choosing to listen to your mind that has been programmed only from the energy that you have learned or received from others in this lifetime. And I want to say that again. Your mind has been programmed from what you have learned or received from others within this lifetime. Now, if you are not surrounded by millionaires, you have probably not received a lot of good conditioning from other people. We have probably received so much of our mindset bullshit from other people around us, parents, family members, school teachers, community, all of those things. That is what's making up your logical mind. Not your soul guidance, not your connection to the divine, not your connection to the universe and the limitless possibilities. Just everybody else's opinions swirling around in your head, trying to make it sound like logic. That is exactly what you have inside of there. But when you listen, when you hear that guidance, when you hear that inspiration, when you hear that inspired action, that is your connection to soul. That is your connection to the divine matrix. That is your next step that is going to lead you somewhere so much further. I always say my whole business started from me going to a meditation class. I started going to a meditation class. I started learning tarot. And At that time, I was like, I love tarot. I would love to be able to read tarot for people. I think it's such a powerful tool, but it's not something I could ever leave my job for. It's not something I could ever make money at. It's not something I could ever be paid to do. How wrong was I? It's founded my whole business. That connection to tarot, that connection to source, that connection to my intuition, which opened up from going to those meditation classes, has changed the whole trajectory of my life. It's allowed me to start not just a coaching business, an intuitive coaching business. It's allowed me to connect and heal people, not only from this lifetime, but from past lifetimes. It's allowed me to connect to the Akashic Records. It's done so much for me in my business just by going to a meditation class once a week and just by wanting to be able to read tarot. But if I allowed that thought of, well, this isn't going to make me any money, I would never have done it. And would I be sat here hosting the Soulful Badass podcast? Definitely not. So do not underestimate the power of those inspired actions. All your job is to do the inspired action and clear the belief that tell you it's not going to work, or it's going to hold you back, or it's going to keep you stuck. That is your job. Clear the belief. Do not change the inspired action. Because once you start to follow it, the next one comes, and then the next one comes. I'm at the point now where my book is going to be launched in October, and I had the most amazing flashback because the amazing woman, Tina, who is launching and publishing my book, she joined one of my groups. She was in my Find Your Inner Magic course back in the day when I first started, which again was about intuitiveness. So she started that course, and I remember having a call with her, and she was talking about her book. She was writing a solo book, and at the time she wanted a book deal. She wanted to wait and apply and get a book deal and get the right one. And we had a real discussion around, why do you want the book deal? What's most important? Is the most important thing getting your message out there? And in the end, she decided to go for a smaller publisher and do it that way. And in the meantime, she started doing some co-authored books leading up to the book. So then at a later call that we had, I remember she was talking about how she actually would like to be her own publisher. And this had come to her from doing these books and enjoying the experience. So we had a chat around how to make that happen and how that could be something that she followed and just pursued and followed this inspired action. So now, 2 years down the line, who is the publisher of my book? Tina. The same woman who followed her intuition, had an open conversation with me, kept following what lit her up, kept following the guidance, and now is the one who's publishing my first solo book with her own publishing house. So do not underestimate the power of these nudges, these niggles, these ideas that you have, because that is your guidance. That is your business plan. That is your map. Do not think that you have everything within your mind in order to make things happen. If you do, then yes, you can make success happen, but it's going to be hard and it's going to be a slog and you're going to get there eventually, but it's not going to feel fun. Whereas if you follow your intuitive, inspired action and you allow yourself to clear any beliefs that tell you it's not going to work, you end up having the best time of your life on the way. So please, please do not underestimate this inspired action and do not hold yourself back. Just clear the belief around it. Shift the energy. So if your mind is telling you something that isn't going to work, you need to flip it on its head. And that needs to become your affirmation. So like mine is, I get paid to speak. Yours could be, I get paid to write. I get paid to create. I get paid to be an artist. I get paid to make the most amazing jewelry. I get paid to take the most amazing photos. What is it that you get paid to do? And what is it you are fully supported in? Because that is your thing. That is what lights you up. Now, I know I get paid to speak. That's already been proven. And I love it. And I keep doing it. And I keep doing it because it lights me up. But it also leads to other amazing things. So do not underestimate the power that you have just by changing that belief. And what your ego is doing while it's holding you back, while it's telling you what you can't do or what you shouldn't be doing, it is giving you the biggest gift of your life. It is giving you a belief that you need to uncover, you need to transform in order to be the person that you were meant to be. So it isn't hindering you, it's not holding you back, it's giving you its own guidance. But it's your job to flip it, not believe it. So how powerful would that be? If everything that your ego decided to tell you that was holding you back, keeping you stuck, all you decided to do was flip it and not believe it, everything would change. Everything in your world would just unravel and unfold in the most magical way. Because your ego keeps you small, but it gives you amazing truths and insights to what's going on inside of you. So once you understand that, you can change your whole trajectory. And once you understand that, you can take big, inspired action. So please don't hold yourself back. Don't stop following the inspired action. Just change the belief that tells you it's not going to work and watch everything transform. I hope you really enjoyed this one, and I follow along on all my social media for more information about the book that's coming out. And as well, if you want to join my email list, there's a free meditation. Go and grab that. You'll be instantly added to the email list and you will be informed as soon as the book is available and up and coming as well. Have the best week and I will speak to you all soon. And thank you for listening. I love all your support, all your comments about the podcast. And I can't wait to keep sharing my voice with you all because I'm paid to speak. What's your gift that you're here to share with the world? I'd love to know. Catch you soon. Bye.